Hi everyone, it's Athena. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, it's the 18th of June, 2021. We have approximately four, I think, planets that are stationed retrograde, which clearly defines the complete imposition, is what I'm hearing, which is true. That it is still, my reading for the 17th is still uploading as we speak. So today's reading, the 18th of June, 2021, will definitely be up after the 17th finally makes its way to your hands. I don't know what else to say, except I'm sorry, but yet again, knowing that these planets are stationed retrograde, they completely come to a halt, right, as they're in retrograde. So we have to understand that those things are affecting our personal life, right? And that being which I'm trying to get, my readings out, and it is clearly affecting me in this way. It may not affect other readers. I can't speak for other readers, but I can speak for the fact that it is clearly a factor with the retrograde season that was in Gemini, Mercury retrograde in Gemini and stuff. I am a Gemini sun sign. So I really feel that I personally I always have issues with my modem, and I got a new one. So I don't know what to tell you, except I am sorry. Okay, so I'm flipping the switch today, and I want to do the Tarot Royale as the where have we been, what's been going on, right? And then I'm going to use the vice versa deck for the where are we to go and or what's to happen. Okay? So let's get started. It is a general reading, the 18th of June, 2021, and or whenever you see this. And because we have these planets stationed retrograde, you have to be mindful and have to understand that there's reasons to everything. When planets slow down to the point where there's a complete halt, that means it's going to affect you in your own personal way that needs to halt in order to review, reassess, revisit things from your past in order to, and then when everything goes direct, which a couple of planets are indeed direct, then you can say, okay, so I really needed to step back for a moment and really look at what was going on or what's been going on so that I can, once all the planets go direct again, things are definitely, Spirit is asking each and every one of us to understand and to accept change. That's my take. Okay? Aside from the aspects of the planets and things of that nature, I'm telling you right now that with everything that's been going on and leading up to, right, the future of the economic world, the political world, I mean, that's in the matrix, but this is a time for all of us to step back and really understand that going with the flow is really an aspect of our lives that is not going to go away. So when you think that things are going to return to normal, there is really no normalcy in an illusion. And on that note, a download for today's reading is the same way that we as human beings, our bodies, the configuration of our bodies change over the course of years, right? We go through the reproductive system of our bodies changing, right? Childhood, teenage, etc., right? So as our bodies change, we are seeing more than ever intensely of how that is tying into the changes that are going on in our lives, right? There are times when we need to really, if not right now, if not at any other time than it's ever been, than to allow things to just flow. Right? One day we have aches and pains. Another day we're feeling better. The next day we're having headaches. The next day we're feeling like we can't go on. And then it changes so much now that we're really being affected. And if you can really see that you're being affected in body and mind, you will understand, and this is the message of, there is no normal to what you thought was normal. Okay, that was a long intro, but it had to be said, apparently. Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius with the Star card, right? Wish upon a star, right? Wishing upon a star, and also a somewhat of a mode of healing has taken place, an emotional contentment after a time of, she has been through a lot, right? The feminine, divine feminine, has been through, I'm hearing the ringer for whatever reason. And you can see her body is, right? She's naked here. So she has stripped away to become more vulnerable than ever before, right? That's what happens when we strip down the cloak of the body, the external, what we show to the world, right? The Queen of Swords shows to the world her outer external self as her ego, right? That she is very clear in what she desires, what she knows, and how she intuitively uses her truth to get people to tell their truths. And then when you strip it down, her inner world is one that is quite vulnerable, as you can see, right? But does she, or is she showing that to the world? Right? Is she becoming more vulnerable? Is she bringing in more intuition and going with her own intuition of feeling instead of thinking, like the Queen of Swords does, right? She's almost becoming, with this merging of and taking off the mask of oneself, she's turning into a very vulnerable feeling type of divine feminine who masks herself through her sword, through her words, her defense mode, right? What's her defense mechanism? That's typically with the Queen of Swords, is typically with her words, right? But as you can see here, she is taking off all of that to find herself emotionally in the depths of a very, either comfortable or not, depending on your situation, type of change that has been happening for her. Does that make sense? Right? Does she feel that she is with the Five of Pentacles? Has she been the beggar? Or has she been the giver? This is the giving and receiving card. I know the Six of Pentacles typically is, but who's feeling less than in this depiction of this picture? And it's upright. So she's not been feeling like herself because of the crap that's been going on in her life. And I'll take one more. Because there's been havoc, emotional havoc. Like the Queen's been on some emotional roller coaster of some sort with either a situation where she doesn't feel yet 100%. She's at the 5, right? Could it be her financial? She doesn't feel right. Absolutely. It could be literally a financial situation that has given her something to really think about. Like, if I don't feel like myself, right? How else am I going to manage whether I'm coming or going doesn't matter. And how can I build upon these 5 pentacles and put in 2 more pentacles, and now I'll be at the 7 of pentacles, right? Is she waiting? Is this Queen of Swords waiting? She's become very vulnerable because she has felt, right, not herself, but also waiting for her ship to come in, which has caused her some emotional havoc. That's what's been going on, all right? It's been a little edgy, I hear. It's been a little edgy for her, yet she maintains her self. She maintains her position as herself, right? She may become vulnerable at times, but there are things that she is either thinking about or feeling, wanting those 7 of Pentacles, wanting the fruits of her labor to grow and build upon. And maybe that's what she's been waiting to do. All right, so now let's see what we have. We have the 2 of Swords. So she doesn't know which way to turn. We have 2 twos back to back, right? So as the story continues and unfolds, right, it's still a type of situation where I don't know if I can take much more of this with the way that I've been feeling about you're engaging in a financial venture, you're doing something that has been making you feel you've just not been feeling yourself, right? And it's been quite a journey, to say the least, because this card and as this card, masculine and feminine are both feeling it, right? Both feeling the waters being very choppy. When will this happen? When will my ships come in? I don't see, right, the light right now. I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel, and it's really posing some havoc for the Queen of Swords. Look, so what happens? Spirit comes in and says, wait, just wait. Stormy weathers, right? Darkest before the dawn. Stormy weathers will bring you some freedom. Is she being tested by Spirit? I'm feeling, is she being tested by Spirit to just go with it? So a message of what? Truth comes to the Queen. A message is coming into the Queen. Or the Queen is going to be receiving a message. And what is this message with the Knight of Swords? Here we go. The 3 of Cups. So the message coming in is freedom. Look it. Why do I say that? Because look, This is freedom with you can see the depiction of the doves here and the doves flying up in the sky here. So the working on self-love here, and I'm feeling it, working on healing your childhood self, working on, and you can see here how beautiful this depiction is love of self. From your childhood to now being stripped down to your true authenticity. And I feel that this has been, and it's weird, right? It's weird because we have the Queen of Swords who truly strips everyone's truth down to the core through her surrendering of needing sometimes, as the Queen of Swords does, needing to know certain things. She's now stripping herself out of her own element. She's taking herself out of the element of the swords and literally being put in the element of water. So she's being asked by Spirit right here, your freedom is going to lie not in the lies, mind you, but in the lying of stripping away the need to know certain things in order to feel certain things. How do I feel about this situation? Let me see how I feel. Because the Queen of Swords doesn't feel, she usually works with her logic, with her, her defense mechanism is her sword, right? She defends herself actually so beautifully in the way she communicates, in the way she expresses herself right here. This is all about the Queen of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Coming out of an element of one that you are being stripped from in order to feel your way through and have faith, mind you, faith, that feeling your way through is going to get you through. The inner part of your soul, the inner part of your courage is your truth to the Queen of Swords. The truth that lies within is going to get you through this. Not needing to know is going to get you the strength of your resolve in love. The loving what you do, who you are. It is not of another. This is a decision to love yourself through all of the storms, all of the crap that you've been through. You have come out of it. Strength of resolve is your heart, is opening up your heart to be vulnerable to others, is allowing others to see how truly transformed it has made you strong. Whatever you've gone through, the Queen of Swords, whatever she's gone through, she has now stripped away her logic for her heart. And look who sits at the bottom of the deck. The King of Cups. So that's a complete transition of how the Queen is transitioning and or dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It is getting out of your head and into your heart to be vulnerable. Oh my God. Oh my God. Only a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius would get a King of Swords twice. Are you frapping kidding me right now? Oh my gosh. I'm speechless. And you saw we had 2 2s. So this is like, and this is from within and without, right? So this is the only way you're going to get through the storms of your own self, is to feel your way through instead of trying to use your logic, trying to be more clever than your own self, right? And that is going to get you the success of love for self and for another. Have a great day.